All right, we are back with another pick'em video, and we got the sweep yesterday. 3-0. Usually we give out 4 picks over here. We're doing that today. But yeah, 3-0 yesterday. We talked about some MLB correlation. Actually, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I talked about a strategy I've been using, and we haven't missed yet. We're now 4-0 using that strategy, and we did that with the Altuve and the Yurfie, the yes runs first inning game for that Houston-Toronto game. So we'll talk about the picks real quick. We also went to Tatum first half fantasy score, or not first half fantasy score, first half PRA, snuck over that in the last 6 seconds of the half with some free throws. But yeah, it was Tatum, it was the Yurfie, and it was Altuve with a little 3-man stack. So 3-0, gotta love that. This was a 10x that I gave out in the Discord yesterday. We'll talk about the Discord. But real quick, if you guys are new, I really appreciate it if you subscribe to the page. We rip out daily content like this each and every day. So if you're interested in sports betting, DFS, whatever it might be, I think you'll enjoy this page. Leave the video a like and comment anything down below. If this video gets to 150 likes, I'll be giving away a free month of the Discord. And there's another way you're going to get a free month of the Discord, actually a free 2 months that we'll talk about a little bit later as well. So real quick before we jump into things and go over our picks and then go into the picks of today, I want some insight from you guys. So kind of if you want to comment this would be great. We're in a weird part of the NBA season. I've been giving out NBA videos, obviously all season long. We've been absolutely killing the NBA. And it's not like I'm doing bad in the NBA. I just think there's a little bit more value in the MLB right now. Not only is there a ton of games every day, great matchups and things like that. I think there's some correlation that not a lot of people are talking about. Again, go watch yesterday's video if you didn't see that already. But yeah, correlation is huge for pick'em sites and DFS. And I don't think a lot of people are thinking about this correlation in the MLB. But also, NBA is just in a weird spot. It's the end of the season. There's 6-7 games left for most of these teams. Some teams are not battling for playoffs. Some teams are trying to get the 2 seed, the 3 seed, whatever it might be, the seeding, or make the play-in tournament, or whatever it might be. And there's a whole lot of injuries. So NBA is definitely in a weirder spot. I'm still playing NBA. I'm giving you guys 2 picks today for the NBA. But yeah, I think there's a ton of value for the MLB. So I've been comboing those 2 videos together, NBA and MLB. You'll see it in the title today. And we've been having success doing that. We want to attack value. It doesn't want to be, I don't want to just attack NBA and force some bad plays if I don't have to. If there's some great plays in the MLB, I want to share that with you guys as well. But yeah, the combo videos have been the way I've been doing it. I'm sure you guys would want, an NBA specific video and an MLB specific video. Some days I'll probably be able to do that, but not every day. So yeah, just the feedback would be great for you guys. If you guys enjoy the combo videos, we want to attack value where it's at. It doesn't matter if it's NBA or MLB, whatever it might be. So just comment anything down below. It just lets me know, what you guys are thinking, and it would also enter you into that giveaway if we do get 150 likes. But yeah, we go over our video picks each and every day on the screen. I like to show you. Doesn't matter if we miss the picks. Doesn't matter if we hit the picks. Obviously, yesterday was a great day. And yeah, we went to the Yurfie yes runs first inning in this Houston-Toronto game. It had great odds on the over, the best odds on the board, which we talked about. And if I'm going yes runs on the first inning, I might as well take the guy with the best odds to score in that first inning, a guy that hits early on, which was Altuve. He hits first for the Astros. I don't think Toronto scored. They actually didn't score in the top half of the inning, but Altuve got on base. I don't know if I think he hit a single actually to get on base, and then Kyle Tucker bombed him in and got that run for us. So again, huge correlation. If there's going to be a run in the first inning, I might as well combo that with one of the top 3 batters of the Toronto team or that Houston team, whoever's playing in that game. And yeah, those were our 2 picks yesterday. Threw these guys in here in the Discord. Those were Discord exclusive plays. And then we also took Tatum first half PRA. Again, he snuck over in the last few seconds there. We talked about potentially no Jaylen Brown, potentially no Porzingis. And Jaylen Brown did end up sitting in that game against a Charlotte team that Tatum has killed in the past. But yeah, he crept over for us as well. So yeah, 3-0 in the video picks. Going to continue doing this. Yeah, we've been rolling. So yeah, let's do this, and we'll jump into the board, and we'll go over some picks now. All right, so a reminder to everyone, by the way, it is Taco Tuesday on PrizePicks. We're going to get 3 discounted plays today. If you're not on PrizePicks, check out my link in the description or use code RICHPICKS when signing up for a $100 deposit match or $100 welcome bonus, however you want to say that. But yeah, Taco Tuesday, they're always going to be plus EV plays with these discounted lines. 20.5 points for Jalen Green. Now they are going up against Minnesota, which is one of the better defenses in the league. I know there's some talks about, I want to fade the Taco, all these different things. I personally play every Taco just because I attack, positive EV plays There's a reason his line is at 24.5, even though it's against Minnesota. So getting it 20.5 is always going to be a good play for me. So I will be taking the over on this. It's not a video pick. If you don't like this play, if you don't like the taco, go to his normal 24.5 points line and take the under over there. But I'm going to be taking his 20.5 line on the over, play it like I normally do. Tacos usually hit, 75 to 80% of the time. I'm going to take that any day of the week. But our first play is going to be Evan Mobley here. It's going to be a play you're going to be able to find anywhere, on a sports book, on any DFS platform. Just going to go to his 26.5 PRA. One of the more consistent players in the league. He's been dealing with some injuries throughout the season. Some of the games he hasn't been playing a whole lot. But when he gets the minutes, he's able to crush this line, and he's going up against Utah, a depleted team, whereas, Cleveland has kind of gotten some injuries the past few weeks, but they are fully healthy with Donovan Mitchell coming back, and they're going to try to want to click before playoffs. So 26.5 for Mobley. Hopefully he gets the normal amount of minutes, but I got his outlier page pulled up right here. This is Outlier. Check this out for a free week if you want to. Highly recommend it. Use my link in the description for that free week, and also just lets them know that I sent you there. But we see Mobley here. He's played 43 games this year. 70% hit rate going over this 26.5 PRA line, which I love to see right off the bat. A little bit of some red recently, but we want to talk about some minutes here. That's the biggest thing. We can see some of these games he's only getting 20 minutes. Some of these games recently only getting 20 minutes. When he comes back from injury, they ease him into things, and now he's getting his normal, 28 to 30 minutes from what he's been averaging for the season. The projection has him at 31 minutes. So quickly, I want to go and give him some games where he's getting, let's say, at least 25 minutes. Take out some of those injury games, and that's looking like a 76% hit rate. If he does go out there and get 30 minutes like he has been, 75% hit rate. So when he gets the minutes, this hit rate is really ridiculous. And I also want to talk about the game against Utah. I don't think Mobley's played these guys against this year. Yeah, these are from last year, so don't take too much account into this. But for this year, when they've killed teams, they're a minus 12 favorite here. When they've gone out and won by 12 points, he's hit this in 8 of 8 games. So he's typically one of those reasons that they're coming out and building a big lead in winning games by double digits. So I like this play. A huge hit rate when they win by a big amount, which is a 12-point spread against this team. So I'd love to see that. And obviously just a huge hit rate in general when he gets a normal amount of minutes. So I like Mobley today. 8 out of 8 games. I love that hit rate, and the Utah matchup is nothing to be scared of. They allow a whole bunch of points. Rebounds they're a little bit stingy on, and they allow a whole bunch of assists. But again, they're dealing with their injuries. I don't think Lauri Markkanen's playing. I don't think Clarkson's playing. John Collins isn't playing. So they're depleted in themselves. So I like Mobley today. It's not just the hit rate, not just the matchup. We also do the odds over here. This is DG Fantasy. This is going to show you market value throughout the league, or not throughout the league, throughout the different sports books. So are we attacking a good line on PrizePicks? Are we taking advantage of that fixed payout system that PrizePicks gives us? And we are. So we're seeing points, rebounds, assists popping up. They say, hey, you should take the over. They're giving it a 51.97% chance to hit. Why is that? Well, it's because Pinnacle's got this at minus 134. They're going to pay us out less on Pinnacle if we want to take the over than if we want to take the under. Same thing with DraftKings, minus 130, minus 120 across these other sports books. So all the sports books across the entire pretty much world are taking the over here and saying, hey, we're going to pay out less money if you take the over because we think it's more likely to happen. So I like to see that. You could also go to points and rebounds here. 23.5 looks like that's even a little bit higher percent chance to hit. But I like the hit rate a little bit better for the points, rebounds, and assists. I think he could chip in with a few assists today, especially because the Jazz give up a decent amount of assists. So I'm rocking with the PRA. And DG Fantasy, check this out for 25% off your first month. Again, another tool I highly recommend, and something you will not regret, getting into. Use my link in the description. And then our last data point is going to be our RotoWire projection model. This is my favorite projection model out there. They give you a ton of data. 2-day free trial if you want to check that out in the description. But we got Evan Mobley here again. PRA 26.5, the line we're getting at. They're projecting 27.69. I love to see that everything is pointing on the over. And again, when the projection model, when the odds, when the hit rate, with my own intuition of the game and the matchups all looking good, it makes for a pretty decent play. So Mobley, 26.5 PRA. That's going to be our first play of the day. And then our second NBA play, we're going to go to the first quarter tab. We're also going to be able to go through this one a little bit quicker now that you know the tools that we're using. Luka over 2.5 first quarter assists against the Warriors. I really like this. The Mavericks have been clicking. They're one of the hotter teams in the league right now. and Luka's just on a different level right now. So 2.5 first quarter assists. I love this play. I got his outlier page pulled up right here. Again, 2.5 first quarter assists, 62% hit rate on the year. A lot of these misses coming earlier on, but this team is absolutely clicking. You see a ton of green because of that. So we can see the last 20 games, this is a 75% hit rate. Some of these games, 7 assists in that first quarter. And then he's also got the last 10 games, 80% hit rate. So you want to see that. The more recent it's been, the hotter he's been. These are all games with Kyrie too. So it's not like Kyrie hasn't been playing and that's the reason. Nope. Last 10 games with Kyrie, 8 of the last 10 game hit rate as well. And again, they're just killing it. Sometimes he plays 8 minutes in the first quarter. Sometimes he plays all the way up as 12 minutes like he did in this Houston game. So love the hit rate here against everyone, but he is playing the Warriors. So let's go ahead and take out all of these different things, and we see that they've played each other twice this year. He had 3 assists in both of those games, so he cleared that against them as well. So the matchup's checking out. The hit rate is looking incredible. Now we can't look at the DG fantasy odds over here or the RotoWire projection model just because they don't have those stats. But OddsJam does. If you want to check out OddsJam, you can actually get a free week of OddsJam using my code and the link in the description. And you can also get a 25% off your first month to OddsJam as well. This is the sportsbook screen. I've been using this for a ton of MLB plays, a ton of NBA plays that don't show up on normal fantasy optimizers, which isn't a ton of them, but when they do, it's awesome to be able to get this. This is one of the more powerful tools in the world, I'd say, in terms of sports betting, because they give you access to all different sports books pretty much across the world. And this is showing me, okay, first quarter player assists. These are all the sports books that have it up. And does that give us any information? Yeah. The average odds on this play is minus 129 on the over and minus 107 on the under. So they're very heavily favoring this over in terms of all these different sports books that have this line. And it's a great indicator that's saying, okay, everyone's saying they're going to pay you out less if you take the over. That's probably meaning that they're thinking it's going to go over here. So that's a data point here. OddsJam, again, highly recommend checking it out. They have a fantasy optimizer as well. I've just kind of been keen to using the DG fantasy optimizer. But if you need like more insight on specific lines, and you can also get on, like, if you're betting on a team to win a game, so not DFS type platforms, but sports betting, OddsJam's the way to go. Yeah, that's our second play, our 2 plays for the NBA today. Luka Doncic over 2.5 first quarter assists. And then before we jump into our 2 MLB plays of the day, I want to quickly shout out the Discord community we've been growing. This is our ROI and our hit rates and all that for the month of March. So if you're interested in getting access to all of my slips that I play, I post them right here in the Rich Lab. PrizePicks, Sleeper, Underdog, Chalkboard, my correlated slips, anything I personally play, you get access to them. And this is my again, profit margin, ROI, all this for the month of March. So this is my best month yet. I'm not going to act like I do this every single month. The month of February was a plus 69 unit month. I don't know what the ROI translated to that, but just want to point out that we do have a lot of success over here. But even more so, I like the community aspect. This is going to be giving you access to a ton of like-minded individuals that like the same things that you like. If you're interested in watching this video at this point, are you interested in esports? Are you interested in NBA? Are you interested in MLB? Are you just interested in DFS in general? You get access to a ton of people that are always talking props, talking plays. We were just having a discussion about the taco earlier. And we point out, discounts that are happening across different platforms and put our brains together and make really good plays. So yes, you get access to all my slips. You also get access to a really cool community. We also have some seasoned chefs in here that know what they're doing. They're tried and true and have been doing it for a while. And if you feel really confident about a play of your own, you can go ahead and share that for the community if they want to tail that as well. So it is $20 a month to get in here. It's not that much money when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. I keep comparing it to a bag of popcorn practically at the movie theater, or even just a sandwich and a bag of chips if you go out and eat at your local grocery store or whatever it might be. But you can get in here for free. And I'm actually doing a kind of promotion, I guess, right now where you can get in for 2 months free. And that's because Chalkboard is finally available for Android and Google phones. So it's been available for Apple for a while. I've used it whenever I'm in a state that allows it. But yeah, Chalkboard is one of my favorite DFS platforms. They're the ones that allow alternate lines. So let's say you think Luka might score, 30 points tonight, but you maybe don't think he's going to score 34, and his line's at 33.5. You can move that line down to 29.5 and still take the over for a shifted payout. Or maybe you think Luka's going to have a crazy game and his normal, points thing is at 33.5, move it up to 35.5 and get some boosted payouts. So they give you access to all different alternate lines, a ton of different things to mess around with, and they're always giving us boosted plays, discounts. I'm talking literally every single day. So they are definitely one of the better DFS platforms on the rise right now. And the fact that they're on Android and Google, I'm giving you guys a opportunity for 2 months free. So you have until I think April 8th, did I say? I didn't even put it on here, but I'm going to do it till April 8th. If you want to take advantage of this, I highly recommend it. They're going to match your deposit up to $100. So if you want to put in $100, they're going to match you $100, and you're going to start with $200. Or if you want to just put $10 in, that's fine, and they'll match that, and you'll start with $20. But again, highly recommend it. Chalkboard is awesome, and you can't really beat 2 months free of the Discord just by signing up for this. So DM me, say, hey, use your code, and I'll get you right in. But if you are already on Chalkboard, or if you don't want to use Chalkboard or something like that, there's other opportunities to get in here for free. They all have their different perks: PrizePicks, Underdog, Sleeper, Dabble, and of course, I just talked about Chalkboard. But they all have their different perks. Dabble's got softer lines. They're a new one on the market. Underdog, they have live lines. They have like first quarter PRA lines that not a lot of books have. So they all have their different perks. They always throw different discounts on different days. Maybe you don't want to play Underdog every single day, but it's still worth to have it when they say, oh, we're dropping a free square. Okay, let's go attack that value and try to take advantage of that free square. So again, definitely advantageous to have multiple DFS platforms. And these will give you guys a free month of the Discord if you want to DM me, but Chalkboard's going to give you 2 months free. So right now, you can actually get up to 7 months free if you want to use all my codes. This includes DG Fantasy down here, which is this tool I was popping up and using before. But yeah, you can get up to 7 months free. But if you only want to use one, I highly recommend checking out Chalkboard today to get that 2 months free of the Discord. But now back to the plays. We're going to be talking MLB, and this is probably one of my favorite plays of the day. I'm going under on Yu Darvish versus St. Louis here. 36.5 pitcher fantasy score. That is a very high fantasy score, and we're just going to jump in his outlier page and kind of go over it. Yes, Outlier does have MLB stats as well. So we got Yu Darvish here. He's actually gone under this in 2 games already. He was part of the Soul Series, so he played a game earlier on, and then also played against San Francisco. He won that game and still went under his fantasy score. So really liking this. If we want to go back to 2023, went under this in 71% of those games as well. So hit rate's incredible, even looking back last year. But then you get into the fact that he's playing a team that hits him around like crazy. Going to Yu Darvish right here, this is against the Cardinals, and we see a whole bunch of green in a lot of at-bats. So Goldschmidt, 23 at-bats. He set a homer off him, batting 391. Donovan, only 4 at-bats, but hitting 500 off him. Arenado, 444 batting average in 18 at-bats. Carpenter, 429 batting average in 14 at-bats. A lot of these guys have hit home runs off him. So and the K rates are down too. So I don't really know why this is so high. They are favorites by 1.5. So that could, potentially give him some fantasy scores if he gets the win. I'm not sure exactly how much it gives you. But again, 71% hit rate last year, gone 0-2 this year. And this team just individually just kill him in a lot of at-bats. So I really like this under for Yu Darvish. If you want to talk correlation, I've played some of these guys with Yu Darvish in the same slip without a payout shift. I'm talking Goldschmidt, I'm talking Donovan, whatever guys you want to go to. It makes sense to combo that with the Yu Darvish under. Maybe go to Goldschmidt thinking he's going to have some hits, runs, and RBIs or something like that. Just makes sense that if these batters are doing well, Yu Darvish's fantasy score is going to take a hit. But yeah, the hit rate's looking incredible. The matchup I absolutely love, and it translates pretty well to the odds here. Again, DG Fantasy, this shows odds for fantasy scores as well. The under 36.5, they're giving it a 54.25% chance to hit. Why is that? Well, DraftKings has this at 34.8. Caesars has this at 34.1, 34.3 for Bovada. So everything on the under here. And then we also have this, forgot to pull them up, but Yu Darvish on the projection model. Yeah, they're projecting 29.05 on a 35.5 line. Everything pointing in the right direction for this one. So again, early in the year, maybe we're finding some really good value because, again, we've been crushing the MLB. But this is one of my favorite plays of the day. Yu Darvish hopefully gets smacked around by these St. Louis guys that have his number in the past. So yeah, it's going to be our first play of MLB for Yu Darvish under fantasy score. And then our fourth and final play of the video is going to be Mookie Betts over 0.5 runs. I hinted at some St. Louis batters that I've played personally. Maybe look at Goldschmidt, Arenado, Donovan to combo with that Yu Darvish under. But for our video pick, we're going to go to Mookie Betts over 0.5 runs. And he's just been killing this. I think he's leading the league in home runs right now. So if he hits home run, that's a run in itself. But he's also got a ton of big bats behind him. But let's just open up his outlier page. I got his runs page opened up right here. He's played 7 games this year, so let's actually just go to 2024. 71% hit rate, 5 of 7 games he's gone over this 0.5 runs line. And in 3 of those games, he's got as many as 3 runs, had 2 runs back in the 21st of March. And then 2 of these games, he did only get 1 run. But yeah, really, really liking this matchup here if we want to go to Logan Webb, who's a pretty good pitcher, but we see a whole lot of green here, especially with the guys that are batting behind him, guys that can knock him in if Betts does get on base. We can see that Ohtani's batting, he's only batted 3 times against him, but batting 667. Love to see that. Muncy's hit 3 home runs off this guy in 22 at-bats, batting 364. Freddie Freeman batting 407 with a home run and 4 RBIs in 27 at-bats. So a lot of these guys that are batting behind Betts have a really good success rate against Logan Webb specifically. But if we want to look at right-handed pitchers, they've gone up against 5 right-handed pitchers so far. In 3 straight games, he's gotten the 3 runs in those games. So hits better, I think, against right-handed pitchers, just barely. Doesn't really matter from Mookie, one of the better players, might be the best player in baseball right now to start off the year. But bats 309 against righties. Logan Webb pitches a little bit worse to righties as well, giving up a batting average of 268. But the WOBA might even be more important here. Looks like it's 405 for Betts on the WOBA. That just means on base percentage. How often is he on base? You can only get on base if you can only get a run if he's on base. Yeah, 405 doesn't take a huge hit. It's right around over 40%, which is great to see. But yeah, love the hit right here. The matchup doesn't scare me really, even though it's Logan Webb. Freeman hits him well, Muncy hits him well. Betts particularly hits still 304 on him, so it's showing up as red, but nothing crazy. And he does have a home run off Logan Webb in his career. And then Ohtani batting 667. So hit rate's looking great, matchup awesome. And then in terms of the data points and the data value in terms of market, we got runs here, 0.5, 52.39% chance to hit. Love to see that. So we got 4 data points, all around minus 125 to minus 140 odds on the over. So everything pointing the right direction. And then last but not least, we got, still got Yu Darvish up here. We got Mookie Betts, 0.5 runs. They're projecting 0.68. So they're favoring, closer to 1 run than 0. So everything pointing the right direction once again. So Mookie Betts is going to be our 4th and final play of the video. So real quickly to recap what we talked about, Mookie Betts over 0.5 runs. We just talked about him. Not going to spend too much time on that, but hit rate's incredible. Love the matchup as well. Yu Darvish, love the matchup on this guy. Everyone batting like 400 against him in a lot of at-bats. And this is a high fantasy score for anyone. Hit rate's incredible. All the different things pointing out. So Yu Darvish might be my favorite play of the video on the under fantasy score. Then we got Luka, who's been killing it, 2.5 first quarter assists, and Evan Mobley over 26.5. PRA going up against Utah. But that's going to do it for today's video. Again, leave the video a like. If this video gets 150 likes, I'll be giving away a free month of the Discord to a random commenter down below. So got a comment to get into that. Subscribe if you are new, and then get in the Discord, guys. You can get in here for free using any of my codes. PrizePicks, Underdog, Chalkboard, Sleeper, Dabble, or DG Fantasy gets you a free month. But also Chalkboard, now available on Android. Get on Chalkboard, and I'm giving you guys 2 months free until April 8th if you want to check that out. 2 months free if you use Chalkboard. Highly recommend getting on it. But that's the Discord. We're having a whole bunch of fun in here. People are always talking props, talking lines, and we've been having a ton of success. So we don't win every day. I want to emphasize that. Some days we lose, but the wins have been outweighing the losses pretty consistently since we've started this Discord. So yeah, love to have you guys in here. Get with a bunch of like-minded people who like to talk sports, talk props, talk plays, and yeah, let's keep winning. I'll see you guys in the next video, or if you want to join the Discord, DM me with screenshots or DM me. Just say, hey, join the Discord, and I'll talk to you there. Peace out.